Good time, because boy, do we have an interesting topic today. But until then, enjoy some music
been getting high. Well, maybe a little, baby, I don't wanna lie. I know when you text me, girl, I don't always reply. Well, you're not an angel either, you can't even fly. I know this, you think that you know shit. All this shade that's coming at me, I wonder who throws it. They can't see the vision, boy, they must be out of focus. That's a real hot album, homie, I wonder who wrote it. Oh shit, all day, pray them niggas go away. Oh, we sell the clowns around, it look like Circus Soleil. This is not the album either, these are just the throwaways. This shit's still so cold when it drop, it's gonna be a motherfucking snow day. Hey, boy, it's good and he knows it. He don't say it, he shows it. I'm just like DeRozan. If I shoot it, it goes in. I'm in Cali just coasting. Get him so wet, then he coasters. I got a selfie with Oprah. I just ain't never posted. And I'm in my happy place posted. I ain't frowned since '06. I ain't cried since '01. My bad like Six Flags and your house is no fun. You can come back to mine though. You praying Cupid is fine though. We gon' end on a high note. I spy with my little eye. A girly I can get cause she don't get too many likes. A curly headed cutie I could turn into my wife. Wait, that means forever, ever, hold up, never mind. Oh, I spy with my little eye. A girly I can get cause she don't get too many likes. A curly headed cutie I could turn into my wife. Wait, that means forever, ever, hold up, never mind. Oh, I spy with my little eye. I spy with my little eye. Oh, I spy with my little eyes. I spy with my little eye. Oh, I spy with my little eye. A girly I can get cause she don't get too many likes. A curly headed cutie I could turn into my wife. Wait, that means forever, ever, hold up, never mind. Oh, I spy with my little eye. A girly I can get cause she don't get too many likes. A curly headed cutie I could turn into my wife. Wait, that means forever, ever, hold up, never mind. Oh, I spy with my little eye. I spy with my little eye. Oh, I spy with my little eye. I spy with my little eye. Oh, I spy with my little eye. I spy with my little eye. Oh, I spy with my little eye.
one more song, and then we will start Nerdy Live episode 27. But yeah, one more song, and then we'll get on the way, folks. Enjoy. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Let us go. Damn, a whole 2 hours. Wait, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Damn, a whole 2 hours. The heck you talking about? I haven't been live for 2 hours. Been live for like 15 minutes. Look at this. Look at this video. Look at this video right here. 32 minutes long. It's by Omnia. It's called the commentary community's biggest flaw. Let's read it. What is the commentary community's biggest moral failing? What is the thing that commentary channels on YouTube consistently fail to recognize or respect? In this video, we're going to be discussing the biggest flaw of the YouTube commentary scene, the many examples of said behavior, and the ways in which we think we can fix it as commentators and critics alike. Now, if you don't remember who Omnia is, Omnia is the art commentary channel who went after Creepshow art a lot, and they recently had some drama with an ex-partner of theirs named Kai Weiss. If you remember in the early days of Nerdy Live, we were covering that story head on. So honestly, I'm very excited to start covering Omnia again, especially with a topic that is waiting 2 hours, lol. Yeah, I'm very excited to finally be covering Omnia again, especially with a topic that is way more lighthearted. But anyway, let's get into the video, shall we? And from what I heard, it is best to have this on 1.5 because of how boring she gets. But let's see what her points are.
The YouTube commentary community is a large and vast one. From the TikTok controversies and true crime fanatics, gaming commentary community to the art commentary community, criticism and critique is arguably one of the biggest parts of what makes YouTube an interesting platform. Hearing people's takes on controversial topics and learning about situations to form your own opinion is really fun, and is one of the main reasons I started a YouTube channel of my own. I liked coming to educated conclusions about situations, explaining the ins and outs on topics I cared about, and learning to be more fair and reasonable in my
By the way, guys, make sure you tweet out the stream using my Twitter and make sure you use hashtag NerdyLive. We're trying to get a hashtag going, guys. We want recognizable branding, and that's what we need.
critiques. But the one thing
also, hello, Kyung the King. Hello, Shorts. How are you guys doing today?
Counts as something worthy of critique has been lost on many channels, and the ability to distinguish between what is considered drama and what is considered serious, traumatic, and
yeah. So, from my understanding of this video, it John Gay. I mean, well, you're half right. You're half right, Kyung. You're half right. But hey, you know what? This is going to be, supposedly, this is going to be a commentary tier list of traumatic events which are appropriate and which are not appropriate to cover. I wonder if she's going to use her recent event as an example. Gee, I wonder. Let's continue watching, though.
Has been tossed to the wayside. Hi guys, gals, gays, and envays, it's Omnia, and today in this video,
gals, theys, and them days? What the heck? Instead of everyone doing sanctioned fights in the creator clash, we need Omnia to start a backyard boxing match with her ex-boyfriend. Oh no, Tyrone, no!
The many examples of it happening both in the past.
Why are you doing that, Tyrone?
And the simple ways commentary channels can learn to correct this behavior in the future. That being the mishandle.
What we have. What? I mean, okay.
Of serious, abusive, or traumatic situations for the purpose of entertainment, drama, and financial gain.
You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna cover more traumatic events now. I'm gonna cover them more. Oh no, it's another Creepshow art. Exactly.
Firstly, I
Let's
think it's important
go.
to distinguish the differences between trauma and drama, which may seem obvious to most people, but it's obviously something that certain commentary channels and individuals who spend a lot of time on the internet struggle with. So I thought it necessary to include a very quick formal explanation for those of you who need a reminder or would like to learn a little bit more about what typically
Does she have
counts as
this
traumatic and what
timestamped?
typically counts as dramatic. Without further ado,
Oh, she
here's
doesn't
my
have
very
this
speedy video.
timestamped. Come on now.
Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day today. Hopefully you don't mind that the camera's changed. The lighting in my room keeps changing, so I just decided to use a different camera for today. And also, I hope you enjoy
I don't care.
Gabby in the background. It looks like she just wanted to take a nap next to sleeping Kirby.
By the way, Gabby, that's her ex-boyfriend's cat. She took the cat.
So hopefully that gives you a little bit of reprieve during this kind of rough video, because I know that I'm kind of struggling getting this video together and motivating myself.
Why?
Because it is a pretty heavy topic. So
Oh
hopefully
my
Gabby in the
God.
background can help you, take a break.
This was such a hard topic given the controversy. It was such a hard topic to do. Come on. You enjoyed making this video, don't lie. The only part that you struggled with was, like, I don't know, maybe procrastination. Come on now.
Look at a cute cat sleeping next to a Kirby plush. But today, in this clip, we're gonna go
Don't
through
lie.
the differences between drama and trauma. I know for most people that is a pretty obvious distinction. Most people know the differences between the two words. However, as
Don't care.
a person who has been running a commentary channel for about 2 years now, and someone
good
who
for
has a
you.
semi-active Twitter account, I can guarantee you that most people on the internet don't really know the main differences between
Why
the two.
should they?
And so I thought it
Why
would
should
be
they?
relevant to make a really quick video to go through the definitions and make a really quick distinction between the two, because it might help unblur that line for people who do struggle
Yep,
with
yep,
figuring
okay,
out the
okay,
differences
come on now,
between
come on.
trauma and drama. So
Get
let's
to
just
it.
get started. When you search up trauma
Get
on
to it.
Google, this is what comes up: a deeply distressing
Okay, so trauma is defined as hot take, probably messed up. A Kai must have hit her harder than the turn. Oh my god. Oh my god, Jason, no, Jesus Christ.
or disturbing experience. Emotional shock following a stressful event or a physical injury, which may be associated with physical shock and sometimes leads to long-term neurosis. Physical injury. When you search up drama on Google, this is what the definition is: a play for theater, radio, or television. An exciting, emotional, or unexpected series of events or set of circumstances. When
Oh my, she's using the drama. Drama is just a blanket term we all use. It's not meant to be taken literally. That's just the blanket terminology. Why is Omnia doing this? Oh, because the reason why Omnia is doing this is because she feels like they feel like that they are the proper authority when it comes to what can and cannot be commentary. Apparently, she's the new figurehead. I mean, they are the new figurehead of the commentary community. Let's go.
you look at the second definition of drama, you can kind of
But hey, we all know who the real figurehead of commentary is. That's me. Attention, see how the cat doesn't give a fuck. Yeah, I'm the cat right now.
see that there is a little bit of similarity, right? It's a exciting, emotional, or unexpected series of events or sets of circumstances, and that's kind of similar to
Kind of how like your whole thing with Creepshow Art was exciting, because I remember you tried to go at her pretty hard for supposedly being a racist, if I remember correctly. But hey, you know what? Everyone support her during the Kai situation now she's going against the community. I know, right?
trauma, right? But I would say the main and easy litmus test between trauma and drama is severity, intensity. Always look at how severe or intense that event is. And
you know what? I don't care about the severity. I don't care about the intensity. I care about if it's funny. I care about if it's funny or not. Make it make sense. Yeah, make it make sense.
Tends to be other symptoms of trauma more so than there is of drama.
Give me the Kirby
and that
plush.
Tends to show up somatically. So what I mean by that
I would
is
if I
that when
could,
something
Mysterious K. I
traumatic
would if I
happens to
could.
someone, that tends to show up in their body or the way that they behave. So with someone who has experienced a traumatic event, they may get diagnosed with PTSD. They may need increased therapy or medication. Sometimes they have changes in behavior, like somatic changes, for example, weight loss or weight gain. Sometimes they have a lot of nightmares or hallucinations. They can have insomnia, stuff like that. That is often a sign of trauma. Whereas with drama, there tends to be a lot less.
You know what I care about? I care about if it's funny or not. I care about if it's something I can make fun of. Also, no ooh-woos in my chat. This is a good Christian commentary chat, okay? No ooh-woos, especially for Mike the Bike if he ever shows up.
Physical symptoms, though there can be, right? There's just tends to be less intensity, less severity. And that's why I say when you want to distinguish between trauma and drama, the easiest way is to run a litmus test about how severe it is. So with trauma, it tends to be abuse, threats of violence, death, things like that. Whereas with drama, those tend to be pretty lukewarm experiences that a lot of people go through. For example, having a falling out with a friend or getting a bad grade.
More examples: cheating, gossiping, being rude, backstabbing, spreading rumors, acting hypocritical.
Or arguing with your parents, or getting offended over something that someone said online. That typically is drama. If you don't think it is something that someone could get PTSD over, that doesn't tend to be something that can fall into trauma. Most of the time,
I don't care. I don't care if it relates to trauma or not. I'll cover it if I find it funny. I'll say that again. She must have had. Okay, Tyrone. Okay, Tyrone. Roll it back a bit. Roll it back a bit,
The
Tyrone.
way that I distinguish the two is it something that happens on any odd given day, right? Does a loved one die any odd given day? Does someone get harassed and stalked and abused on any odd given day? Does someone fear for their life on any odd given day? No. That would justifiably go into the trauma bucket, whereas with drama, it tends to be something that can happen on any odd given day. You have a falling out with a friend group, have an argument with your parents, have any other little
I ooh when I want to. No, Yuki, you're not allowed to.
thing that happens, and it's just
Not when
sort of
you're in
if you
my
can still
chat,
have a negative
okay?
reaction to it. Sometimes you can even have somatic symptoms of drama, but that doesn't tend to last as long or be as life-changing as someone who went through a traumatic
Okay.
event. That's mainly the two difference. It's that easy. If you want to make it very clear, look at severity, look at intensity, look at somatic symptoms. Hopefully that helps, and hopefully that will kind of prep you for the situations that I want to talk about in the next half of this video. So yeah, if you have any questions regarding trauma versus drama, just leave them in the comment section down below and I'll help. But yeah, thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the rest of the video.
Hopefully that made some semblance of sense and helps those of you who struggle with understanding the similarities and differences between those two terms. Obviously, that explanation isn't the end-all be-all for distinguishing traumatic events from dramatic ones, but I would say it is a good general rule of thumb. Now that we understand the overarching distinction between trauma and drama, next, I wanted to ask my audience if they could recall any specific situations in which YouTubers and content creators mishandled an individual's trauma by treating it as dramatic and entertaining. Of course, before we get into these replies, I wanted to add a quick trigger warning for mentions of death, abuse, and other triggering or traumatic events. Also, a quick shameless plug, if you would like the chance to have your answers featured on any future videos, be sure to follow my Nia X Mini Twitter. The link is in my description below. I often ask my audience for their input on a lot of different things on there and include them in future videos, so if you would like a chance for your reply to be seen in my video, definitely shoot me a follow there. But for this video, I asked, do you recall an example, either recently or years ago, where YouTubers/content creators mishandled a serious, abusive, or traumatic situation and treated it like drama or entertainment? How so, or in what way? Here's what some of you said. Boomin said, an instance I remember is some milking the passing of Technoblade and regarding it as drama. Another case would be Emily Artful's situation where there was a serious allegation that wasn't handled with care by some. A third one would be the Gabby Hanna and Bianca Devin situation.
Well, it depends on what you mean by the third, but especially with the third situation. If we're talking about the T channels, then yeah. But if you're talking about the way the commentary community handled it, yeah, we handled it pretty well, I would say. We were on Gabby's side during that whole thing. We made fun of the T channels for trying to use a dead girl's name in order to none of this makes sense. No, it doesn't. But yeah, bruh, I thought this video was over and does the shift end, lol. Yeah.
Iris said, the entire Birdie thing back in 2018 and 2019, to be honest.
Who's Birdie? Who's Birdie?
Fox said, yes, the Onision and Davi Vanity situations.
Oh, I don't care, dude. I wish I was doing commentary during the whole Onision and Davi Vanity thing, because I would have made fun of it. I would have made fun of all of it, because quite frankly, I don't care. I'll be honest, guys, I don't care. It's all laughs to me at the end of the day.
Shiva said, has anyone mentioned the time Logan Paul went into the Japanese suicide forest and filmed a dead body? They acted like kids in a jump scare house. The police had to tell them the forest was off limits. Cyrus said, this actually—
But wait, all the commentary community was disavowing what Logan Paul did. Logan Paul and the Paul brothers aren't commentary. They're influencer vloggers. I mean, at least at the time, they were never commentary. They were topics of commentary, but they were never commentary themselves. Why is that a point?
situation comes to mind, especially since they were blamed for being a child in an allegedly predatory relationship with an adult. The art community has a very big victim blaming issue. Mosh said, pretty much anything having to do with Chris Chan. Harryana said, Sam Pepper when he pranked his friend that he was K-worded or something like that. Mothy said, there was this Gabby Hanna situation where she turned herself into an e-girl or some other style and she showed a picture of a dead girl in her video without noticing, and then a lot of people made videos about it and turned that into a drama. Kay said, the entirety of the Amber versus Johnny trial. So many people memed it and acted as if it was a new episode of Euphoria, and even made clip compilations. Kai Juno—
Dude, I don't care. I laughed at the trial because I didn't. I can only say I didn't care about these so many times.
said, I feel like the Gabby Petito case was absolutely mishandled. Alex said, the pro Jared stuff back in 2019. People were treating it more like a cheating drama rather than grooming and CSA allegations. M4 Hall said, any true crime makeup or mukbang channel. Ozzy said, someone mentioned the Amber Heard versus Johnny Depp trial thing, and I gotta agree. People treated that shit like it was a TV show, and it was disgusting. Those were just some of the responses I decided to include
How
in this video,
does
but there were
that
over 80
do?
responses between
How does
replies and
that
quotes.
do
So
with
if
the
you'd like to see
community?
more
I don't
accurate
know.
response,
I don't know,
definitely head on
Yuki.
over to my Twitter account, but I think it's very obvious that just thinking about it at the top of your head, you can find
Let's see. Yeah, we made sure to correct the Gabby Hanna drama. What is this? LOL. True.
a handful of instances where YouTubers and content creators demonstrated the fact that they don't know the simple distinction between what should be considered drama and what should be considered trauma. Or if they are aware that a situation is triggering or traumatic, sometimes that doesn't translate into the content they make surrounding said situation. Don't get me wrong, I'm definitely not saying that content creators should completely stop talking about traumatic events if those most affected are okay with their situation being talked about and spread. But
You need to be serious about it. You need to handle it the proper way. You need to handle it the correct way, which I dictate. That's what Omnia's point is.
I am saying that there definitely needs to be more care in
Okay, and like here's the thing, right? Never claim to be the moral authority in any community, especially the commentary community, because people are gonna start looking at you weird. People are gonna like, well, who are you to judge me? That's what people are gonna think. That was a T community who did to the Gabby community. Yeah, exactly. And the commentary community came in and we corrected the situation.
and sensitivity put into said coverage. Content creators shouldn't be barred from speaking about sensitive topics. They just need to be more aware of how their coverage may actually harm the victims in traumatic situations or hinder the cause they are trying to bring awareness to. Judging by the amount of responses this question got, I think it's fairly obvious that not enough content creators are critical of themselves or how their content may actually be a detriment to those who suffer as a result of these events. It's definitely an extremely large problem that is evident in all parts of the YouTube community, whether it's true crime, the beauty community, commentary, or even vlogging. This is mainly what led me to consider 3 major examples of how trauma was mishandled and turned into drama, each at varying popularity levels, and demonstrates different problems that are pervasive in the YouTube commentary scene. The first situation I want to talk about is Creepshow Art and Emily Artful. I have a lot I want to say.
You know, I'll say it right now. I loved the Creepshow Art drama. I loved it because everyone who was personally involved in that drama was acting insane. Everyone, Emily Artful, Creepshow Art, the little gremlin of supporters, they were all acting insane. The lol cow posting on like that 4chan like thread, like come on, you can't tell me that was not fun. I don't care about the subject matter. It was fun to watch.
About this one since it does hit close to home, but I'll try and keep this as condensed as possible. If you aren't aware of what the Creepshow Art situation is, who Emily Artful is, or how she plays into any of this, I highly recommend you start by watching my Creepshow Art series, which is linked in the description below. My series does a pretty good job at summarizing everything that had happened in that situation and gives a broad summation of all the events. But for those who need a very
Well, guys, if you want a refresher on the Creepshow Art drama on my end, check out one of my Nerdy Live episodes. I believe it was episode 6, 7, or possibly 8, somewhere around there. And hey, if you want more information on the Kai and Omnia drama, watch my live streams as well. I mean, come on now. Okay, if they're gonna self-plug, I'm gonna self-plug.
quick reminder, Creepshow Art was a large art commentary channel that was outed as being a two-faced, backstabbing
Wait,
liar.
Christian is traumatic? Apparently, Yuki. I didn't know that, but apparently the subject of Christian is very dramatic for people.
Crap about her friends on a gossip forum, that being lolcow.farm. After she was outed for her post on lolcow, she attempted to deflect blame onto a person she calls Amy, who she stated stalked and harassed her for 8 years. However, it was later found out that it was pretty much impossible for her post to have been made from anyone who spoofed her IP because there were multiple IPs and cookies that linked every post together. In an unexpected turn of events, an art YouTuber named Emily—
Let's see, everyone talks about how the commentary community now lacks someone like Leafy. I think it lacks someone like Sean Connery. Oh my god. Tyrone, why you gotta do this, Tyrone? Come on, Tyrone. Gotta chill, man. Gotta chill. How the hell is Christian traumatic? I don't know.
then
I
came
don't
out with
know.
her own story regarding Creepshow Art and her husband, Anthony Parker, which was Emily Artful's abusive ex-boyfriend. Emily made a 2-hour-long video detailing Creepshow Art and her husband's stalking and harassment campaign, which lasted a better part of a decade. There were points in Emily's video where she became choked up just recalling the events that had happened to her.
And guess what? Emily didn't do a good job. Creepshow did a good job proving Emily's points. That's how bad Emily's initial video was.
her and clearly was very, very distressed. However, some people looked at her situation for pure entertainment. This was most easily seen when Creepshow Art returned to YouTube on December 31st, 2021 with a 2-hour and 30-minute long video of her own where she attempted to debunk Emily's claims. This video wasn't received too well by the community and was quickly refuted by Emily herself. But when that video first dropped, of course, there was a frenzy on Twitter. One person in particular, who I will not name, for their own sake, since this is quite an embarrassing take, stated, honestly, Kai Weiss was just diet Creepshow Art. This is the real shit. We're back, baby. We're back, baby. Let's go re-traumatize victims. Let's go. And when someone offered some slight pushback,
Heck yeah. What's the problem with that there? Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that, boys. Boys, girls, everything in between. Let's do it.
absolute pinnacle of human morality stated, LOL, I mean, in terms of drama we are invested in as viewers. Behold, the most based take of the century. I think it's very obvious that Emily Artful, as a victim of this alleged stalking and harassment at the hands of Creepshow Art and her husband, was not very enthralled to find out that she had returned to YouTube and not only was leaking increasingly private information about her, but was also accusing her of defamation, all the while doxing her full legal name, which absolutely no one had asked for, and exposing pictures of her family, children, and ex-boyfriends from literally 2006. So, pardon me for saying that Emily likely did not take kindly to such a sentiment, nor does anyone who has come forward about a traumatic event. Like I've stated previously,
Hey, I don't care. It was fun. It was fun. I don't care.
there is a very obvious line between what can be considered drama and what can be considered trauma. Someone allegedly being harassed and stalked for a better part of a decade is not entertaining or a drama you should be quote-unquote invested in as a viewer. You should be interested in Emily's allegations.
I enjoy the insanity of the situation. I mean, the subject itself is bad. We all agree on that. But, like, the sheer insanity of that even going on in the first place. Bruh, Emily video was nothing but goblin gobbledygook. It was nothing but gobbledygook. Come on now. Gobbledygook.
Because her safety matters as well as her well-being, and it's important to advocate and bolster her voice, not have a fun moment knowing Emily's alleged abusers are lying about her and attempting to accuse her of defamation. With that being said, the second situation I want to talk about is in regards to Technoblade. I'd like to keep Technoblade's section relatively short because this is, in a way, an ongoing situation as it's happened very recently, and as someone who hasn't been close to him or watched his content regularly, I don't want to take up more space than I should, but I do think the situation is important to highlight and just another example of how certain YouTubers and content creators will stop at nothing to get a quick buck. Technoblade was a very well-loved, funny, and charismatic Minecraft YouTuber who was a member of the Minecraft server DreamSMP. On August 27th, 2021, Technoblade uploaded a video titled Where I've Been, where he revealed that he had been diagnosed with cancer after feeling some intense pain and swelling in his right arm. Unfortunately,
Well, guess what? I think it's perfectly fine to cover it as a news topic, right? I think it's perfectly fine to do so. I mean, when celebrities get cancer or die of cancer, we see the news, we see TMZ, we see them covering it, right? Now, for the channels that were like the Brazo type channels that were milking it, yeah, you can call those out. You can call those out for sure. And guess what? It's fun to call out those people because they're objectively monsters. Let's see. Emily's video was nothing but a woman ranting about other women. Tell me one piece of evidence Emily gave in her video besides ranting. Yeah, there was really no evidence. The evidence ironically came on Creepshow Arts. It came on Creepshow Arts end because she was showing screenshots of like decade-old accounts that somehow she got a hold of.
just 2 weeks ago, on June 30th, 2022, a video posted by his family to his YouTube channel titled So Long Nerds revealed that he had died after his battle with sarcoma. He had over 10 million subscribers on his YouTube channel at the time of his passing. Millions of his dedicated fans grieved his death, and those who were his close friends and even acquaintances paid tribute to him in videos and on social media. It has been a very heartbreaking situation to be an onlooker to say the least. Even though I haven't watched his content like that, I can tell that he was beloved by many, and it was a loss that no one had expected nor anticipated. But of course, as is a common theme with the situations I've been covering, some people have absolutely no semblance of respect, morality, or common decency when it comes to the grief and trauma of others. One obvious example is the YouTuber Brazo, who has made
Okay,
that's
a good
began accusing him of
example. Okay.
An eventual death. So to combat
Okay, I'll kind of give them some leeway on that. That's actually kind of a good point there. That's kind of a good point. That tweet was thoughts and opinions. She literally calls herself a thought and opinion. She's a troll. Yeah, exactly. I've talked to Thoughts and Opinions before. Thoughts and Opinions is a funny girl. She's very funny. Also, she works out, so I would be very afraid to wrong her because I mean, she could come over and kick my butt. Like, I would just be very afraid to wrong her. I think it's so funny that Thoughts and Opinions got under Omnia's skin. Heck yeah. You know what? Now that I know it's from Thoughts and Opinions, it's even more based. It's more based, it's more red-pilled. We need to have more of it, quite honestly.
About this, he claimed he would donate $3,000 to Technoblade's charity. This video has since been deleted, so obviously that points to something being wrong. You see, some people noticed something really fishy about his donation video. Here are 2 clips from the YouTubers Kat and Lonza explaining it.
So I've been looking into this Technoblade milking situation, and this video by Brazzle where he donated $3,000
Let's see this.
to make it look like $3,000.
And then he used
To weasel himself out of it. Regardless, it's still incredibly shady and underhanded behavior. Furthermore, a recent Twitter account called Technoblade NFTs opened up with, you guessed it, a Technoblade NFT. The post reads, "The tragic moment Technoblade's heart stopped is now forever."
Yeah, well, there's also the people who did the NFTs of George Floyd and the NFTs of Etika. I think it's the same person running all those NFT accounts. I think they're clearly doing it to get some form of attention.
Forever captured on the blockchain. Relive this event with the new Technoblades Flatline Edition, available now on OpenSea. I swear to God, if anyone made an NFT of me after I passed away, I would not know rest. I would just be tossing and turning in my grave.
Is Brazo the whole community now? Apparently so. Apparently so, Kyung. Because if I remember correctly, the whole community was calling her out. She just likes to watch the world burn, and I respect that. Anna's Stand Designs, I respect that. I respect that from Thoughts and Opinions. But yeah, Brazo doesn't represent the whole community.
For all of eternity.
The only people who I knew were aware of him were losers like Jalen and Achito, okay? Other than that, no one cared about them until that Technoblade drama.
Holy fucking shit. Thankfully, Twitter suspended the account and I haven't heard of anything new since, but this just goes to show the heaps and bounds certain people, content creators or Twitter users alike, will go to just to make a buck off of somebody else's tragedy and misfortune. It truly does make you wonder if people even possess the common human ability to empathize with one another anymore, or if we just use each other as stepladders to get more fame, money, or attention. That brings me to the last situation I want to talk about, which has to do with the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial. I'm just gonna come back.
Now, from what I know, Omnia was on Amber Heard's side throughout that entire thing. So, I guess that explains why Omnia was not one for the memeing.
Out and say it, I very much dislike this trial. Everyone on social media talking about it so frivolously and without regard at the height of the trial truly made me feel sick to my stomach, and as someone who has trauma of my own regarding topics that were frequently talked about within the trial, I was deeply triggered by a majority of the bullshit coming out about it.
I was triggered, guys. Does the lolcow of the community represent the whole community? Okay, the people who made the NFT is not in the community. Yeah, exactly. The fact that she blames that on like the commentary community is just insane to me. It's just insane.
I don't want to give the details of the trial any runtime, since I'll be very forward and honest about this, I didn't even watch it. I physically did not. Those who know what happened to me last December understand why, and those who don't, that's okay too, you don't need to. I say this to be transparent, I can't, nor do I want to speak on the fine details of the case. However, what I will say is, the amount of coverage regarding—
I didn't watch it, but I didn't watch anything about the trial, but I know everyone gave bad opinions on it and bad memes, so therefore it was bad coverage. Also, like, the thing is, like, the only commentary people who were really interested in the trial were people like Riveter. I think I talked about it a few times. Well, in passing. I didn't do any like heavy coverage. Most of the coverage came from people like Emily Baker, people like Ricada Law, you know, like people. Well, I know Asmongold did reactions to it, but that's on the Twitch side. That's not commentary. So like I fail to see how the commentary community has anything to do with this. Maybe Omnia has a point. Let's hear them out.
The court proceedings were completely unnecessary and overwhelmingly saturated with clip compilations like Johnny Depp owning Amber Heard the moment Amber Heard knew she fucked up in court, and even TikTok sounds mocking Amber's alleged sexual assault. Of course, before I play this clip, trigger warning for those who have trauma associated with—
Trigger warning.
essay, but here are just a few examples of TikToks mocking her retelling of her essay.
My breasts, he's touching my thighs,
He rips my underwear off, and then he's like grabbing my breasts. He's touching my thighs. He rips my underwear off, and then he's like grabbing my breasts. He's
Okay, it's a bunch of horny women who like Johnny Depp, okay? But she is about to speak about it anyway. Exactly, Kyung, exactly.
He's touching my thighs.
Wait, then how can we respect their opinion on it? Yeah, exactly. Guys, you know, I don't know anything about politics. I never watched politics before, but allow me to tell you my economical plan on how we can get the US out of debt. Like, come on, you're not going to take me seriously. You're not going to take me seriously.
He rips my underwear off, and then he's like grabbing my breasts. He's grabbing my breasts. He's touching my thighs. He rips
Also, this is like, I would love other examples from the trial, other than just one audio clip. Like, I would love to see several other examples, you know?
my underwear off, and then
And literally the captions on some of these TikToks are even more harrowing, with them asking Amber why she didn't thank him. Like, if she didn't consent to it, then she didn't want any of that
Jesus
to happen
Christ,
to her.
Jason, Jesus
So why would
Christ.
she thank him? It's insane. Shit like this is what makes the case so diabolical and why I avoid the trial like the plague.
TikTok is now commentary? Apparently, Yuki, apparently.
What's worse is that this behavior is not just on TikTok or other social media platforms. If you wanted, you could find some of the biggest names known on YouTube and find videos and clips of them mocking Amber Heard's testimony. Even individuals who have very little to do with the commentary community like Jacksepticeye or PewDiePie.
No, my dog stepped on a bee. He took it to the vet.
Okay, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. That was a meme. That was a meme for like a solid 2 weeks. Of course Jacksepticeye is gonna talk about a meme. I'm losing my mind. Yeah, I'm losing my mind too watching this.
I actually managed to squeeze out a tear. You see, that's how it's done. That's how you actually cry. You believe in the things you're saying.
Next meme involves private information, trauma.
John, that's every political Twitch channel, lol. True, true.
She speaks exactly how people do when you reverse something like too many times and you start going like, so like, I think what the thing
Apparently Jacksepticeye and PewDiePie represent all of commentary now. Like, okay.
about the thing is like, I just am speaking like I haven't thought about this at all. Anyway, guys. I mean, obviously, I'm not like, you should probably think about.
Hey, Omnia, some people are just assholes. Exactly. Exactly. Some people are just jerks, plain and simple.
This is an actress.
went to the vet and went on.
She just shows she's like the worst actress of all time. My dog stepped on a bee. Oh yeah. Yeah, but Amber makes those kind of faces. Have you seen it? Have you seen the
I really
trial? Where
haven't.
she's just
I
like
haven't
all of a
kept up
sudden,
to the news. I just
yeah,
seen the
where you're
news.
missing. Well, that's why you're such a fence sitter, dude. If you've seen, you know, like unequivocally, she's insane, dude.
My dog stepped on a bee.
My child spilled my tea.
Jimmy Savile shagged me.
She's making these faces.
She's an actress, Felix, an actress. You wouldn't
You're not
understand.
supposed to act in court. You're supposed to tell the truth. And you're allowed
That's
to be an
talking
actress for
about
that
Bee's
matter.
story.
Dude, my dog stepped on a bee. Yeah, I feel bad for her lawyers that have to like retell her lies as if they're truth. It's really funny.
Oh,
Because everyone just sounds insane. Justice for Johnny has been going on for a long time, I remember. I'm really glad everyone is showing him support. It's so obvious just basing on his character that he's a good guy, and watching everything that's come out of this trial so far, only
How
good
dare
things.
PewDiePie have an
I feel
opinion
like
on
you
this,
could
I
easily
guess.
get
How
pulled up
dare
with
he?
people being charming but still being bad people.
Now, I understand that some people see celebrities and automatically think that their life is one big drama and everyone is entitled to commentate on their private business, but as popular content creators themselves, I feel like
Well,
Jacksepticeye-
guess what? When you air out your dirty laundry for the public to see, the public's allowed to comment on it, whether you like the public's opinion or not. That's why you should always keep things, and hear me out here, buddy, private. Watching videos? I know, right? I know, right, T-Play? Traumatic.
and PewDiePie would know better than anyone about how uncomfortable it is for people to try and pry into your life more than you're comfortable sharing. Speaking from my own personal experience, I know that I'm at the very least deeply discomforted when it happens to me. And I know that people will say, hey, that's the trade-off that comes with being famous or making money by being in the public eye. And I understand that and agree with that to a certain extent, but once your viewers or fans begin to undermine your boundaries and attempt to subvert them, treating your desire to keep private about certain things as an inconvenience and feeling entitled to you, that's where shit like this becomes dangerous and you're no longer seen as a whole or complete person, but just a thing that people gawk
at and derive entertainment from. All I can say is that being a public figure is not for the faint of heart, and the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial illustrated that to me more than most deplorable things I've seen on the internet. And now that finally brings me to my conclusion. All three situations that I had detailed happened within the past year, each with their own set of problems at varying intensities, even at their own set of varying popularities. But somehow, one thing always remains consistent. Why is it that we as commentators or viewers or just people who are members of society feel like this is okay to do? Why aren't—
Because it's fun. Because it's funny. Because it's fun to laugh at people's insanity sometimes. Because oftentimes that's the only way, that's the only proper way we can address situations like that, is if we joke about it, and then we can often have serious discussions about it. There are plenty of people who are having serious discussions about the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial, right? Like I said, people like Emily D. Baker, people like Rekieta Law. There were people who were taking every situation that you mentioned seriously. But the problem was, not everyone was taking it seriously, and that was the problem for you. Omnia is brain dead. Maybe she took too— oh my god, Yuki, oh my god. Chat, why you gotta do this to me, chat? Why you gotta do this to me? You know Omnia's gonna see this, and now Omnia's gonna think I support what Kai did now. No, but like, okay, seriously though, seriously. Well, let me get full cam up. Like, seriously though, seriously. The problem that we're seeing here is she thinks everyone's not taking it seriously when there are a few people who are joking about it. That's the thing. Showing everyone is not, but not the YouTube commentary community. Yeah, the YouTube commentary community itself didn't really care about the trial. Their pinned tweets is still about their ex from December, but they don't like us prying into their life or using the trauma for views. Right. Well, yeah. Like, this is so odd. Like, again, if you don't want serious private matters leaked out to the public, don't leak it out to the public. Handle it privately, because the public is allowed to comment on situations like that as soon as they're made aware of it. You might not like their opinion sometimes. They might trash on you. They might support you, etc., etc. But the public is allowed to have their opinion. And that's why, like, everyone was commenting on the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial. It was a very public thing. That being said, though, oh my Lord Jesus, this was a yikes for me, dog. This was an absolute yikes for me. Omnia, that was a terrible video. You, just like the thumbnail says, you failed. You absolutely failed in this video. Quite frankly, guys, I don't know if I have any more. I don't know if I can care anymore. So yeah, we got a lovely. Oh, forgot I had the time speed on. I have our lovely outro song here. Thank you all for watching. I know Tommy C is going to be covering this again today. Okay, hear me out, John. The first situation was literally two schizo women fighting about who's more schizo. Exactly, and that's fun to see. That's fun to see. Like, am I the only one who's insane for thinking that's funny to watch? I hope not. I hope I'm not the only one who sees that as a funny thing to watch. But guys, this is Nerdy John signing out. You all have a lovely, lovely day. What she's gonna do to get Kai back and have him fight you, Elmo. Tell Keem to run it. Exactly. Hey, if Kai wants, I'll do a boxing match with him. But take care, guys. This is Nerdy John, signing out.
I tried, and I tried even more. I cried, and I can't recall what for. I pressed, I pushed, I've yelled, I begged in hopes of some success. But the inevitable fact is that it never will impress. I've no more fucks to give, my fucks have runneth dry. I've tried to go fuck shopping, but there's no fucks left to buy. I've no more fucks to give, though more fucks I've tried to get. I'm over my fuck budget and I'm now in fucking debt. I strive to get everything done. I've played by all the rules, but I've very rarely won. I've smiled, I've charmed, I've wooed and laughed, alas to no avail. I've run round like a moron to unequivocally fail. I've no more fucks to give, my fuck fuse has just blown. I've been hunting for my fucks all day, but they've upped and fucked off home. I've no more fucks to give, my fuck rations are depleted. I've rallied my fuck army, but it's been fucking defeated. The effort has just not been worth the time or the expense. I've exhausted all my energy for minimal recompense. The distinct lack of acknowledgement has now begun to gall, and I've come to realize that I don't give a fuck at all. I've no more fucks to give, my fucks have flown away. My fucks are now so fucked off they refuse to fucking stay. I've no more fucks to give, my fucks have gone insane. They've come back round and passed me while they're fucking off again. I've no more fucks to give, my fucks have all dissolved. I plan many projects, but my fucks won't be involved. I've no more fucks to give, my fucks have all been spent. They fucked off from